cheese is right. Okay, so back in Missouri, I used to go to this restaurant called Noodles and Company, and they had the best macaroni and cheese in the whole entire world. So I'm going to attempt to copycat their recipe.
Cheese.
Chase is gonna help me. Yes, lots of cheese is needed. So here's your ingredients. It's not that many, honestly. You need a box of elbow macaroni, 1/4 cup of flour, 1/4 cup of unsalted butter, 2 cups of, wait, hold on, oh, thank you, of warm whole milk. You need a whole pound of cheese. So this was 8 ounces, and this is sharp cheddar. Wait, not sugar, wait, we're not ready yet. So this was sharp cheddar. They say to just use sharp cheddar, but I went extra and wanted to try this 4-state cheddar as well. That was 7 point, just, okay, hold on. We're not ready for the butter yet. Yes, butter. Anyways, so I have a little extra, okay? So basically the 2 pounds of sharp cheddar is the goal. First step is not to rub your fingers in the butter. First step is to boil your macaroni till al dente. That's how you say it, right? Al dente? Yes. You ready? Okay. Okay, water is boiling. Pasta. A little bit of salt in the water. And we will just let that cook for about 7 minutes. And then you drain it and just let it set aside. We won't need it again until later. Now we're gonna make our roux. Now, this is my first time making this, just so you know. So we're all in this together. So we start off with our butter. This is 1/4 cup of butter. It's a lot of butter. This is not the recipe to make when you're on a diet. Okay, so we're gonna let this melt. All right, butter's almost fully melted. Now the next step is gonna be to add in your flour. I like to do a little bit at a time. I saw other people on YouTube do it differently, but you definitely wanna be stirring the whole time. Okay. Okay, stir, stir, stir.
What does a roux do?
A roux is what thickens the sauce to make it extra creamy. Okay, so this is what it actually, this looks good. So this is what it's supposed to look like. And then once it starts to get a little brown, so we're gonna keep going. And then we want it to turn a little brown color. And then once it turns the brownish color, we're gonna start adding our milk. And remember, your milk is warm. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and start adding some milk. So I'm gonna do the first half of milk. Okay. There we go. We want it to look like that. I know it looks weird, but that's how it's supposed to look. Okay. Now that we got it, that pretty much stirred in. Now add the rest. If I can get this macaroni and cheese down, people are gonna love me at the barbecues. Okay, so all my milk is in. Looking good and creamy. Okay. I have my temperature really low. It's like at 3, between 2 and 3. So I'm just gonna keep it there for when I start to add the cheese, which is the next step. Looking creamy.
Looking silky.
Looking silky. Okay, so now, fancy method here, okay? Start adding in our cheese. Now this you're just gonna do little by little, melt by melt. You can use finely shredded cheese, or whatever.
Just dump it.
Keep going. And we want it to turn a nice yellowy color. Oops. Okay, so just keep adding your cheese. Keep stirring until it melts, until we get all of our cheese in there. We just poured in the last bit of the cheese. Look at this, it's starting to look really like a cheese sauce. This is how I like my macaroni and cheese, like really creamy, really, you know, cheesy. Just
Like your jokes?
That laugh was cheesy. Okay, so there we go. We got our cheese sauce. Look at that. It looks freaking awesome. I'm so excited. Okay, so I've got my heat. I'm just gonna turn it off because it's all warm. It's melting. The last thing to add is salt and pepper. I don't know. They give you measurements, but whatever. I never measure salt and pepper. Just a little bit of this.
I guess you can always just add to your liking, right?
Yeah, a little bit of that. Stir it up. Alright, and the last but not least, most exciting part, we fold in the noodles. This is the easiest thing to hold. Okay, so we dump in all the noodles, and now we just fold them up like this.
The best part is the sound.
Yummy, yummy. Oh my
Now,
gosh.
say someone doesn't like their macaroni this thick.
Then what the hell? You got something wrong with you. I don't know. That's a personal problem.
Can
Okay.
you bake it?
I wouldn't recommend that. No, I like it like this. This is how you do it. Okay, this is the way you do it.
Could I add lobster?
You could, and you
Or
know what?
bacon?
You could. I was actually thinking about adding Gouda. You know, I wanted to go there. However, I would have had to shred my own cheese, and that sounded like a long process, so I skipped that. I just bought the shredded cheese. But oh my gosh, you guys, just zoom in on that. Okay, so now I'm gonna put it in a bowl, and then I'm gonna show it to you how Noodle and Company serves it. Okay, I know I didn't tell you about this part, but they add extra cheese on top to serve like this. So you fold it in. Again. Now, time for the taste test.
Terrible.
No, it's not terrible. It's so good. I will say, this is not as good as Noodle Company, but it is pretty freaking good. Noodle Company, I think they put crack in theirs. But nonetheless, this will still get you very high reviews and a lot of popularity at a barbecue. So I would highly recommend it. I'm planning on being on camera, but I do want to get your reaction.
It's legit. I didn't think it would be good without it being baked, but it's pretty good.
It's so good.
And it looks thicker than how it's going to actually taste. When you eat it, it's actually not as heavy as I thought.
Yeah, it's good.
Especially for like 10 bags of cheese you threw in there.
Get you some. Time for the true test. Chase, what do you think?
No.
Yummy? You like it?
What fake?
What?
Fake.
What?
What do you think?
What do I think?
Yeah,
I think it's yummy. What do you think?
I think this
It's delicious?